All right, hopefully this sounds decent.
Hopefully.
Welcome back to TorqueTalks StoryTime. And this time, Rudy is going to tell you about the time that he almost went to prison for trying to fly with weaponry.
I didn't almost... Okay, maybe I did. Okay, so I had this bag I got from Loop Kicks 2008. That's a lie. I took it to Loop Kicks 2008 and had everyone sign it. So I had this bag that I really liked. I got home from college, and as a typical 19-year-old male, didn't check or do or look or... I just threw shit in a bag and was like, all right, we're going home. Fast forward 2 months. I'm now flying from the Greensboro Airport, North Carolina, to Cali with Corey Brown. A whole bunch of things just popped back in my head, and I'm so excited about this story. Typical 19-year-old. Didn't check my bags at all. Literally just threw shit in it and left. And get to the airport. My parents dropped me off. They're headed to the beach. So they literally dropped off and then dipset. Go to security. I always get stopped. It's just, I'm on a list somewhere. They scan my bag and they're like, whose bag is this? And I looked at Corey and I was like, oh, good. Off to a great start. Like making a joke. And this woman, this TSA agent, just starts rummaging through my bag, and I'm like, I mean, I don't care. And she pulls this knife out, and I immediately knew what it was, because it was a spring knife. You push a button, the blade flips out, doesn't shoot out, flips out. That I got in Guatemala, and forgot it was in the bag. And she's like, "Oh, you can't have this." I was like, "That's fine, I don't want it. It's yours." She's like, "No, you can't have this." I was like, "Yeah, it's yours now. You have it." "No, you can't. You can't fly with this." I was like, "No, are you?"
I wasn't trying to fly with it. I'm trying to give it to you right now.
I'm stupid. It's yours now. You can throw it away. You can destroy it. You can blow it up. I don't care what you do with it. It's yours now. I don't want it. I'm sorry. I said, "Well, we're gonna have to take pictures of this." I was like, "Oh, wait, what?"
Like, why? You could see it. It's right there.
They brought out the whole ruler thingy. They brought out like 7 other people like around us, like told me to sit in a chair and don't move, asking me, "So where are you flying?" "San Francisco." "Where are you going?" "San Jose." "Why didn't you just fly into San Jose? Flights are cheaper to go somewhere. Then have someone pick me up," or something like that. "Why do you have the knife?" "I didn't know I had it. I forgot. I'm sorry. I don't want it now. It's yours."
I'm new here.
Yeah. "What are you flying to California for?" It's like, "For a gathering." Great. And then they're like, "A gathering? Like, what?" It's like, so I do this sport called tricking. It's like martial arts plus power tumbling and some breakdancing and blah, blah, blah. I can show you a thing if you want me to show you." Like, "No, don't move." I was like, "All right, you're in charge. I'm just trying to help." "So where are you flying?" We had this conversation. I answered the same question, like same 15 questions 20 different times. And they're taking pictures of it and all this jazz. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I want to miss my flight. I'm not even concerned about what is potentially happening. They get quiet because they're like doing their job. And at one point, Corey looks around and goes, "So what's the weirdest thing anyone's ever brought through security?" And everyone that was standing there working my fuck up stops what they're doing, looks directly at me and Corey with that like, "The fuck did you just say?" And then went back to doing what they were doing. So I looked at Corey and went, "If you say another word, I will fucking kill you." like just under my breath, very like mouthed out. So he knew, it was like, do not talk. So then the Greensboro police showed up and they took me to a back room and handcuffed me.
In that order?
Uh-huh.
They took you to the back room, unhandcuffed, and then said, "All right, sir, you're in this room. You can't leave. We're going to handcuff you."
Uh-huh.
Okay, continue.
I don't know. I don't make the rules. We got in there.
I just had to clarify. Continue.
We got in there. They put my hands behind my back, handcuffed me. I had bracelets on, like down my left wrist, and they couldn't get the handcuffs around it. So I was like, I can take them off. Like, no, don't move.
Oh, okay. We got to back up because he did not have bracelets in the sense that you guys are thinking of bracelets. Do you guys know those sailor knots that are like 2 inches thick? Yeah, he had 15 of those lining his arm like it was a shield.
It was 4. But yeah,
he might have gotten down to 4. When I met him, he had 15 on his arm.
It was 5.
It was 15.
They're just thick. They look like they're a lot.
No, it was 15 because I had 2 of them. And that was a lot less. Anyways, continue. So your arm shield,
yes,
is literally 9 inches of rope wrapped around this man. He could hang somebody if he knew how to like unravel and refasten.
If I needed rope, I had a means of survival.
Yeah, you did. It's like one of those paracord bracelets, but like 15 of those,
and not nearly as strong. You don't want to lick my hand, but it's going to be spicy. You're going to hate your life.
He was talking to my dog, just so we're clear.
So they handcuffed me. They start asking me basically the same questions, like, why do you have the knife? I was like, I didn't know. I forgot it was in my bag. Did you pack your bag? Yeah, well, yeah, I packed my bag. And you didn't think to check it? I was like, no, look at me. I'm a teenager. I'm stupid. No. And they're like running down the list of like, so where, like, how'd you meet these people? Oh, great. The internet. I met these random people that I'm flying out to on the internet. So, never an easy explanation when you're talking to the police about tricking. Because
this was in 2009. So Uber wasn't a thing. You didn't just summon people from the internet to your house. There was no DoorDash. There was no, sure. It's normal to just randomly have people. Like, I don't even think Tinder was a thing. Like, there was no, you just meet strangers from the internet. This was kind of unusual still. Now it's commonplace, but it used to be weird.
Yeah. So, like, how'd you meet them? The internet. You met them on the internet. Look, I don't want to talk about it, dude. I met them on the internet. Like, they're good people. I've met them before. So, excuse me. I was explaining that whole thing, and I was like, dude, I'm in college. I'm studying graphic design. Both of my parents are ministers. I'm out of trouble and I don't get in trouble, and I'm messed up. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what you want from me. And the main guy I was talking to was like, all right, well, I'm going to go call my chief of police and see what he wants to do. And I was like, all right, I guess. And talking to the other guy about tattoos because he had an ambergram in his arm, and I was big into drawing those at the time, and studying like what I'm doing and just kind of shooting the shit with this guy because what else am I going to do? And then I remembered Corey's question. And I was like, I remember Corey's question. I was like, so what is the weirdest thing anyone's ever brought through security?
Now that I'm definitely in trouble, let's go down this.
Yeah. I mean, fuck it. What else do I have to lose? If I go to jail, I go to jail. My parents are going to murder me, but like, at least I'll have this answer. He goes, well, we had a guy try to bring a grenade through one time. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? Was it a live grenade? Was it a hollowed out grenade? Like, I went through like 7 questions, like, bah, 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 bah. And he just very calmly was like, so what are you studying in school? And I completely missed the part that he didn't answer anything. And I just started responding to him again. And like 2-3 questions later, I was like, oh, motherfucker, Jedi mind tricked me. How did I end up here? I want to know that answer, but it's too late. I can't go back now. So I don't know why somebody had a grenade, but that was the weirdest thing he'd seen. And then his partner, his higher up, whoever, walks back in the room and goes, "So I could take you to jail right now." I was like, "But..."
That's not how you start a friendly conversation there, brother.
Yeah. I was like, "But..." Like, just thinking about it, like, in my head, he goes, "But you don't seem like the riffraff and the hooligans we see around here." And I immediately, like, snapped out of the conversation, lost my focus. Like, what fucking year is it? Riffraff?
And hooligans.
Ooh.
Hello, 1954.
Yeah. The year was 1954. Riffraff running loose all over the town. Like,
The airships were taking the skies.
oh God. He's like, "But you don't seem like the riffraff." And I was okay. I'm focused, Rudy. Focus, Rudy. He's like, "So we're gonna let you go." I was like, "All right, sick." He's like, "But we're gonna have to give you a concealed weapons charge, and you do not need to appear in court if you have someone to represent you." I was like, "That's fine. I gotta make my flight. I'll figure it out later. I fucked up. I've kind of gotten a slap on the wrist. I still gotta call my parents, and they're gonna kill me." So we get out. I look at Corey, who waited. I for sure thought he was gonna be, well, he's done.
That's a friend.
Yeah. I was expecting him to be on the plane, like, ready to leave. And, like, we're sprinting to this door, and this guy had already closed it up, and once it's shut, you can't open it again. And I was like, "Dude, I need to be on that flight." He was like, "Well, they just taxied out. I can't do anything about it now." I was like, oh, "Okay. All right, look, my parents just dropped us off. They're headed to the beach right now, which is like 3 hours away. I don't have a ride out of here, so I can't, like, oh, I missed my flight. I'll go home. I need another flight. Is there anything I can do?" He's like, "Well, let me look." Pretty sure he was gay. Don't know. Definitely flirted a little bit. Like, no, absolutely. Do whatever you need to do. That's not, how can I help you help me? Like, found us another flight, didn't charge us for it, put us on the flight. And I was like, all right, sick. One problem solved. I had this other big daunting thing on my head. And then I called my parents. They were not happy at all. Like, real unhappy. But I was like, yeah, okay. Oh, also, I made it worse because I do this thing where I used to call my mom and was like, "Hey, you're going to be mad, but don't be mad." And I did that, and she's like, "Why?" And I was like, "So, I got in trouble." Like, and she's pissed. Anyway, we get there. Landon, Callie. So, like, that's part one. Landon, Callie find out that.
Hold on, I want to back up because you definitely glossed over the part about when the girl found it and she was taking it out and it was still closed and she wasn't quite sure it was a knife. I thought this
chick was gonna cut herself. Holy fuck!
So she's fiddling around with it.
So you guys, I'll let Dylan explain in a second. You guys know
it's your story.
Oh, that's fair. You know, when you open a pocket knife, you either can flip it out using the ridge on the back of the knife, or you have to pull the blade out. Typically, that's how it works because switchblades are usually illegal. Shush.
They're actually not. It just depends on what state you live in.
In North Carolina, they're illegal.
Check your local laws.
Yeah. But she's like pulling on this thing and like trying to get it open, trying to figure out what it is and what end it opens up. And I was like, "I can show you. Like, I can do it for you." She's like, "No, you can't touch it." I was like, I mean, that's a reasonable response. I also wouldn't give the weapon back to the person who had it if they're trying to go through security. I was like, "No, I mean, I will open it and put it down and I will step away if you want me to. Like, you are in charge. Let me help, please. I don't want you to hurt yourself." And it flips open. And she like jumped and almost dropped it and caught it. And I was like, "Oh, God, because she cuts herself, I'm fucked." Again, I'm already fucked. I know I am. But like,
But when it opened so aggressively that she got scared and she just like threw it in the air a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's you know those certain pocket knives that you like, they have that little ridge on the back and you can pull it and it like flicks and it hits that like hard lock. It was like that, but with a button. And yeah, I was trying to help her, but she didn't want my help, and she almost fucking cut herself.
Right. Anyways, so you're getting on the plane.
Well, we get to Cali, they're doing a collab with Cartoon Network, like fucking Cartoon Network. If you're a male somewhere between, we'll say 20 and 30, you 100% watched Adult Swim on Cartoon Network. Don't lie to me. I know you did. Don't lie to me. I know you did.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't. I was thinking about the poor people. Piece of shit.
Making me feel bad. Making me look bad.
I didn't say nothing until you called me out for it. It's like, no, I definitely watched it. I'm just thinking about all the little kids who never had fucking cable.
Well, they stream everything now anyway.
They don't. They don't have computers. They couldn't afford cable.
Are we talking like poor?
Yeah.
No, they go to their friend's house and watch it there. Anyway, they're doing a collab, and Cartoon Network pitched this idea where they wanted to do like the UFC house, where you have like 16 guys divided into teams. They fight each other, so you get eliminated or whatever. I don't know.
Choose on death.
Yeah. Every time someone loses,
Not actually.
they
like elimination style.
Yeah, to the death. And if they don't finish their opponent, there's a guillotine. But so Cartoon Network wanted to test this idea, like what happens if we put 16 triggers in a house and then make them battle like once every week? Or like there's different people get drawn, or like lots kind of get pulled. So they did 16 people, 4 4-man teams. We had to read this huge contract because it's like, in the event, I just remembered one of the fucking things in the contract was like in the event of dismemberment or decapitation by a boom crane, like a camera crane, we are not at fault. Now, how fucking close are these cameras going to be to me? Like, I'm all for it. I literally...
You have to give it to him. That was a forward-thinking lawyer who was like, so you're telling me there's going to be fucking kids flying through the goddamn air and you're going to be swaying a camera out? Okay, I got to write another line.
Hold on.
Give me a second.
We'll just go ahead and add this to the list. Like, yeah, I read it and walked up to Chris DeVera and was like, what does this even say? Because I knew what it meant, but my brain couldn't comprehend the idea that I was potentially going to be decapitated or dismembered by a camera crane. I was like, what kind of fucking camera is going to be? It better look cool as shit is all I'm saying. He's like, don't worry about it. Like, you guys will be fine. And I was like, okay, so do you want me to continue to read this whole thing? Because it's going to take me a minute because I don't speak lawyer. So I'm going to be here for another hour. He's like, we already kind of read it. Just sign it. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I was like, all right, well, here goes my life yet again. And it was me, Jefferson Lewis, Mo Alfrangi, and Corey Brown on one team. One of the other teams had Jeremy Marinas, Danny Graham, Anish Sherfa, and was it Prodigy? Was it Rudy Raynon? I don't know. Someone else that was like, oh fuck, they're the team to beat. And then it might have been Sammy Vasquez. But then the other two teams were also like big hitting guys. You're like, this isn't going to be fun. I mean, it's going to be great, but like this is going to be hard for us to like. Nah, I'm better than Anise. Wasn't, but I had to try. We did like 5 or 6 days of filming. We did interviews, and I don't know if you can tell from listening to me right now. I'm a generally calm person, and I don't really get excited a lot, which is a fault to a point, because I've definitely gotten gifts and been like, it's something I really want to be like, oh yeah, this is sick, this is awesome, thanks. And that's about as excited as it goes. Like my ex-girlfriend would get frustrated with me, like, do you actually like it? No, I love it. I'm just apparently emotionally stunted. Like I don't know how to express. But so they're like,
I don't know how to feel my feels.
It's kind of what it feels like sometimes.
How would you know?
Ouch. So they're like, all right, so tell us your name. Tell us like if you have a nickname and what do you do for a job? And I was like, and they're like trying to like make it exciting or whatever. And Nick Vale was one of the other ones. was like, why the hell was he there? Nick did his whole spiel and was like, yo, like, what's up? Like, he's like, kind of got a showmanship to it, and I do my thing. And 7 takes later of me saying, like, what's up? My name's like Kendall Meadows. I go by Rudy.
I don't know who I am.
Yeah. I have several identities.
I'm still in college in the middle of my identity crisis.
Yeah.
Help.
Yeah, like, what's up? My name is Kendall Meadows. I go by Rudy. I'm a lifeguard back in Virginia. And I'm studying like this and blah, blah. I've been tricking for 4 or 5 years at that point in time.
He's old.
Yeah. And they're like, all right, well, let's do it one more take with a little bit more energy. Like I said, like 7 takes later, the guy, like the producer or whoever, literally stops looking at me, looks over to the group, and was like, is this how he always is? Like, and Nick was like, yeah, that's about as good as you're gonna get from him. He's really mellow. And I was like, okay. I'm trying. Like, if you want me to scream and fucking like go full blown like, yeah, like, but I'm also not trying to look like an idiot on the TV. And if this does go anywhere, I sure as hell I'm not keeping that persona up through the entire time. Like, there's no way. So we did some training sessions and interviews there, like here and there. And then we had this big like battle event thing where they had camera booms and cranes and hella people and like super big, renowned people from like the beginning of tricking. Like Steve Trotta was there, I think. And like Carmichael Simon and who were the other ones? I don't remember. I think Isaiah Flores. But he was one of the founders of Loop Kicks. But they
Scalco, maybe?
I think Rimfer was there on Nick's team, I believe. But they broke it, like 4 teams. They wanted to do like different battles, and the teams that moved on, they'd have to battle in different ways kind of thing. Like one was like combos and versatility, and then I think the next round was going to be power. Like I don't remember. It's been 10 years. God, I'm old. But we went out in the first round.
When we say we're old, we mean as children. Children should not be as old as we are as children.
Well, that, and also like I'm still relatively young, being 30.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
But like
we're still kids. But like, yo, we've been doing shit for like 10 or 15 years in some cases. And it's like, yo, that's an entire, like, I remember being 15 and I was capable of shit. Holy Jesus.
Yeah. And I like 15 in the tricking world is like, how are you not dead? Like, how many catastrophic injuries have you had? Well, none of them that got checked by a doctor except one. So I can really only say one, and even that wasn't like catastrophic. It was just bad.
Yeah, but definitely like 4 at least.
Yeah, somewhere around like my shit should have been put back together by someone that knew what they were doing.
I've seen and laughed at least 2 or 3 of them.
You think about the cork punch full?
I'm thinking about all kinds of different things of watching you just completely eat shit, and it's funny until you go, oh shit, he ain't getting up. Okay, let me go check on this motherfucker real quick. You breathing? You ain't breathing.
Well,
okay, flip him over.
I've learned how to hit the ground pretty well and not get hurt.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
So,
like most of the time, it's just funny, and then
I don't move.
After I start laughing, I hear him laughing, and then it's fine. But then other times, he ain't laughing, and you don't know until you stop laughing for a second to listen.
I slowly just grab like a knee or a joint and just lay there motionless. And he's like, "Oh, he's actually fucked up. Hold on. Hey, you good?
Can you hobble off the floor? Somebody try and go."
Drag him off. Next person on. But they, my team, we went out in the first round, and I was bitter because one of the judges was like, "Yeah, there wasn't enough like kicking or whatever," and I was like, "I do okay." And keep in mind, this isn't like the beginning of the prime of if you're not kicking, you're not tricking.
I'm gonna be honest. There's like 6 people from that era that are probably listening to this podcast.
Yeah, no, I know. But there was once a time where there was a huge argument.
Imagine double cork being the like
If you can double cork,
exclamation at the end of your combo, and if you could dub, you were like one of two people, right?
Maybe even one at this point.
Yeah, so it was like
No. I think there were a handful because
when did he it was 08 or
I think it was early 08 because I was chasing
was
Dub
it
Dub.
early?
I don't know. We can Dylan if you want to. I was chasing Dub Dub in 2008 after it had already been done, and then 2009 he landed triple cork. I can tell you which video it is. I just need to see. No. What is the one on the left?
It was after Werewolf, right?
No, it was Werewolf. Also music.
August 15th, 2008.
Go to the very end of it. Like the very end. Yeah, that was it. That's that right there. This is the first Dub Dub. And then Teddy did it shortly after from J-Step.
So like
and then
mid-late 2008?
yeah. So several people have done it. Done it.
So there was a handful. But anyways, you get a better picture of like, oh, okay, that was the upper echelon of what anyone had ever done within tricking.
Mm-hmm.
There was no triple corks. There was no dub.
No,
dub,
not even.
dubs. You know, like, did I count it right? It was 7, right?
I think.
Yeah. Anyways, like all of that shit.
Triple
this
full.
precedes that by a decade. So, anyways, put yourselves into the past. Continue.
If you're not kicking, you're not tricking. There's just this huge like debate, and it's like, no, like it's like freedom of expression. But like, yeah, you should have some kicks in there because it's like part martial arts. But if the kick is in the middle of a cork, I'll allow it. You know, I personally like a healthy balance of both. Blend things. If you're gonna do like dub or something in a combo, put a kick in front of it. Or after it. Hell yeah, put it after it. But one of the judges was like, there wasn't enough kicking and like there's too many twists and too many flips and like all that jazz. And I was like, homie, did you not watch the battles? Because 2 of my teammates are like kick specialists. Corey Brown was on some weird at that point in time doing like rap out of everything. And I was
sounds about right.
Yeah, and I was playing with big power moves, but trying to blend it into an aesthetic thing as well. And I was like, did you not watch? But also, I know who you voted for. So part of me makes me feel like this is a homies thing. Like you're picking the homies because they're the homies, you know? But after that, there was like an intermission or whatever, and I went out and I was throwing the biggest shit I could possibly throw. I was trying dubs. I was doing this. I was like hitting my hands and feet on stuff and triple fulls and all sorts of shit and just like making a statement of like, all right, if you thought there was too many twists, like this is where you're missing out. Throwing the biggest box cutters and I think I could cork snafu at that point in time, like variating the fuck out of my twist with kicks in it. Double full hyper hooks, double full rounds. I was like, you want kicks? I'll show you kicks on my terms. I think we're looking up when I cork snafu.
You just keep talking.
2009, right? Nope. It was right there.
He would have been able to cork snafu at that point because he
It was December 2008.
December 13th, 2008. That was 12 years ago to the day.
Oh shit! Happy cork snafu.
That was the first time it was ever landed ever
on footage.
On footage.
Wingen said he did it like a week before me, but never got footage of it and didn't get footage of it until after.
And he did it somewhere where the time is different, and so there's something about like
Does Norway even exist?
days and math.
Yeah, I was just pissed and bitter and like, yeah, you lose a battle, you lose a battle. That's fine. The reasoning behind it is what I disagreed with.
The original fuzzy pixie hair.
Fuzzy pixie hair. And then afterwards, they paid us like $50, and I called my dad because like we did all this shit for them. I called my dad. And I was like, "Hey, remember how you said I'd never make money from tricking? Well, your boy just filmed with Cartoon Network, and I got $50, and I know that's not a lot, but you said I'd never make money, so take that." The second one is actually landed, not the first one.
This one.
Yep, because I did it again because I put my hand down. And I wrenched the hell out of my knee, but I wasn't putting my hand down, so I didn't. I was like, nope.
What's funny is you've done that. Like that bend over, hunch in.
Yep.
I heard things. Is everything good?
I hurt things. I'm gonna bend it, make sure it moves. Moved. Didn't feel great for the rest of the weekend, but yeah, it's basically 2009 in a nutshell. And then,
well, at least Loop Kicks and his journey to it.
Oh, I almost forgot to wrap everything up. So we get back from California. I have to see my parents for the first time in a week. I also explained everything, like how we filmed with Cartoon Network. My dad was like, kind of like, "Oh, that's awesome, but you got to figure this thing out."
But yeah, we didn't forget that you literally have a weapons charge. You hooligan. You hood rat. You scanty.
And luckily, this is one of those moments in my life that I look back on and go, oh, thank God for random connections. The Virginia state attorney, like the lawyer for Virginia, went to my dad's church. So I emailed him. I was like, hey, I fucked up. Obviously, I said this way more like, will you help me? Please, sir.
I have made a mistake, and I am currently at a juncture where I am trying to rectify such actions.
I was trying to sound super intelligent, just on top of it. Just like, no, I messed up. I understand that I messed up. I just please help me. And he emailed me back and was like, yeah, I can't do that. You were in North Carolina. That's out of my territory. I went, fuck. Okay. He's like, but, and I'm reacting to this as I was reading it, like real time. I was like, oh, fuck. Okay. Well, I'm going to go to jail. He's like, but I have a classmate that lives in North Carolina, and I will talk to him and see if he will take the case. I was like, tell him I'm an idiot. Tell him I'm a stupid idiot that made a mistake. I wasn't trying to hurt anyone. Like, so I got in contact with him. He's like, hey, so like, what's going on? Like, run down this thing. I was like, I'm a stupid idiot. If I need to show up and show them I'm a stupid idiot, I will show up and like, he's like, nah, you're not gonna need to come in. I was like, are you sure? Because if I like,
I don't want to go to jail, man.
if I misunderstood what they said and go to jail because of a stupid technicality, I'm probably better off staying there because my dad's gonna kill me. Because I attention to detail. That's what I've heard my whole life. And he got it on like you stay out of trouble for like 6 months to a year. It'll be expunged off your record like it never happened. I was like, that's easy. I've never been in trouble. Like I just can't. Just don't do it again. Like, yeah, I'll check my bags from now on. I got this all together. I'll be fine. And then a year later, MGO jail happened. To the day. And I'm going to leave it at that because I'm pretty sure that was the last podcast.
It was.
So you're slowly developing a timeline in my life and probably will be able to tell me these stories in order from when they happen to present by the end of all this. So, any questions still?
Yeah, I think he covered most of it on that one. I forgot it was a year to the day when you had that year of you're not supposed to be in trouble.
I was literally sitting in the courthouse waiting for
Yeah.
everything, and people were getting called up by alphabetical order by last name. And I realized what day it was. I remembered that it was like 6 months to a year. I don't know how quickly this stuff happens.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm next.
And then
I'm literally next. He's gonna call me up and be like, "You have a concealed weapons charge previously on your record." I was like, can we talk about this tomorrow because it'll be gone. But he must have been gone because he didn't bring it up. Didn't know? I guess he didn't know. I don't know.
Yeah, and then a year and I think a week later, we were in the parking lot of the Presbyterian church down at the end of Rudy's Road. It was like
I think we told this in the last one. Yeah.
9:30, and the fucking cop just walks up. And he's like, "Hey, what are you kids doing?" So we're trying to explain to him what fucking tricking is, and he's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna need to get all of your information. Like, the church is pretty strict about trespassers over here. You know, like they got kids fucking in the parking lot, and you know, we can't be having that. So we're just gonna make sure that you guys aren't felons or anything. And you can be
Make
on
sure
your
there's
way."
nothing out for your arrest and
yeah,
no
and so,
prior
like,
charges and
Yeah, and so as they're running our shit, you know, I think I had just turned 18 earlier that year, and I had a charge from when I was just a stupid fucking kid.
All right,
They
look,
tried to
hold on,
show
real
throw
quick.
a book at me.
Real quick.
And,
We're not bad people.
oh no, this is
We're stupid. When we were growing up, we didn't get in trouble very often, but when we did, we made sure it fucking counted because we're idiots.
yeah. Well, it's more than just like we had to fuck up in a way so magnificent that we would remember it, and remember it we did.
Like a fond scar that never healed right.
Yeah, but anyways, so like I had this stupid charge that I got when I was like 14 or something because they were trying to throw the book at me when they shouldn't have. And anyways, I had to stay clean until I was 18. So I'm over here worried about like, oh shit, I wonder if like this is gonna affect that record being expunged, and then like I wonder if that would affect anything. I don't think so because I got it taken all the way down to like mischief or some bullshit charge when it was like a felony at first because I'm gonna hold my tongue right here because I have things to say. Anyways, so
I was still sitting on mine, so they're
I'm
running our
looking
shit.
over at Rudy while I'm thinking about like, I wonder how fucked I am, remembering that like he just got in trouble.
I'm sweating bullets.
So he's like, "Oh God, am I in trouble? How much trouble am I? Is this where they take me in? Because they told me not to get in trouble in Illinois, but this isn't Illinois, and technically I'm not in trouble yet. But I don't know where this is going." And we were looking at each other like, is this how our fucking life ends? By just trying to have a session in the parking lot where there was a light? Because there, you know, like
just this random field.
There's some grass right here next to this parking lot, and the parking lot has parking lighting, so we can actually see the field at 10 p.m.
We weren't trying to go hella hard. We're just trying to like have fun, do some flips, you know.
Just a light little session in the middle of summer.
They come back. All right. Here are all your IDs. You guys look good. There's nothing. You'll be fine, but you can't be here, so we're gonna need you guys to head out. Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Yeah, and
don't
then
care.
Bye. Before we left, though, he was asking us about tricking, and he's like, "All right, so like, what is this thing that you guys said you're doing?" We're like, "Tricking," and he sort of chuckles and he goes, "Well, back in my day, you didn't go around telling people you were tricking. that meant a whole different thing. So what are you guys talking about?"
And again, this is one of those instances. I can show you.
He's like, "No, you stand the fuck still."
All right, we do flips. Does that help? I can show you. Like,
don't you be doing none of them ninja moves there, boy.
You move too quick. Oh,
Get
man.
me scared.
Yeah, and then that was 2009. MGO jail happened 2010. And then at the end of 2010, I exploded. Yeah. Metaphorically and literally.
That's a good time to wrap up the story time for today.
Yeah, that's a story for a different time. Goodbye.